Well, welcome back to Stepping into the Unknown. We're on day 7 and our 7-day journey through tough times. And so far, we've named uncertainty, we've practiced grounding in chaos, we've learnt to shift our inner story, and we discovered the power of small steps. And today, we're going to be talking about something that we all need, but sometimes we resist, and that is connection. Because no one gets through the hard seasons alone, even if it feels like we should. So when life is heavy, it's tempting to withdraw, to shut down, and to think, I don't want to burden anybody else. But here's the truth. Human beings are wired for connection. From the time we were born, we thrive for community. And when we isolate ourselves in hard times, we cut off one of the very things that could help us ill. Community doesn't mean you need a crowd. It could be one friend, one family member, one mentor or one support group. What matters is having someone who reminds you you are not alone in this. Connection really provides perspective. We see beyond our own looping thoughts. It provides comfort, simply being with someone that can lighten the load. And it also provides strength. Sometimes we borrow courage from others until we find our own again. And when you lean on others, you're not just showing weakness, you're showing wisdom. So let's talk about the hard part, asking for help. So many of us carry guilt when we reach out. We think, I should be able to handle this on my own. Or they're too busy. Or I don't want to burden. But here's something to consider. Helping is often a gift to the person on the other side. Think about how good it feels when someone trusts you enough to ask you for support. It builds connection, not drains it. So when you ask for help, you're giving people the opportunity to show up with love. So here's a simple framework to make it easier. 1, be honest and specific. Instead of saying I'm struggling, you might say, could we talk for 10 minutes today? I need to hear a friendly voice. Or 2, keep it small. Most people can't solve your problems, but they can sit with you, listen and share a meal. And thirdly, release the guilt. You're not demanding, you're inviting. The people can always say no if they need to. Asking for help is not a weakness, it's an act of courage and connection. Now let's take this deeper with a reflection exercise. I want you to pause and think, how can I reach out this week? It could be a close friend you haven't spoken to in a while, a family member who always listens without judgment, a mentor or a counsellor who can offer guidance, or even someone who's going through a tough time themselves, and you might encourage each other. So just take a moment, picture their face, imagine sending them a message or making a call. If you're journeying along with this series, write down 1 or 2 names. Then set an intention. This week I will reach out to, even if it's just a quick text that says, hey, I've been thinking of you. Can we talk soon? That's enough to open the door. Let's bring this together. Community matters because we're not meant to carry hard times alone. It matters because asking for help doesn't make you a burden. It invites connection. And it matters that the reflection challenge is to identify at least one person that you can reach out to this week. When you lean on others, you don't just get support. You also remind yourself that you're part of the something bigger. Today you took a really brave step towards connection. You opened your heart to the idea that you don't have to walk through this alone. Tomorrow, in day 6, we'll talk about trusting the process. Learning to let go of the rigid timelines and embracing the slow, sometimes messy, unfolding of growth. So until then, I leave you with this. Strength doesn't always mean standing tall on your own. Sometimes strength is simply reaching out a hand and saying, walk with me.